I'm fired up. NBC's fired up. CBS is fired up. The Yugoslavia station's fired up. It is football under the lights. Here at Manning Field, I'm Newbury Atto, joined Andy Batista. Lynn Tech versus Boston English. Wow, what a game. Sit back, relax, get your popcorn out because we are in for a show. Lynn Tech comes in here at 2-1, and Boston English comes in at 0-3. Andy, Lynn Tech came off a tough loss last week versus Saugus. Your coach running right now. How do you rally the troops to come back here in this game?
I mean, from experience, you lose a game, that's not the end of the world. You bounce back the next week. You go into practice with a level head, and you just go into next week thinking, who's next.
Absolutely. Let's see if they can, put that. Guy have a short memory right here. Lynn Tech's going to receive the football. Lynn Tech is in your home red, and Boston English is in your away white. Little squibber down towards the 25-yard line, picked up with a lot of room, crossing midfield, just like that. I see green, I see end zone, put on the board, yes! Man, I ain't time to warm up yet, back to my seatbelt, man. Tell you what.
That is number 11.
I believe that's Cesar Reyes right there.
No, that was Alberto.
Listen. I'll tell you what, just like that. I didn't even have time to sit down.
Just like that. We didn't have time to sit down.
Put my cell phone down or nothing, man. Man, jeez Louise, 6-0, just like that. Touchdown right there, right off the bat. Great job. It was a squibber. A lot of times when a squibber, you can't get your blocking all straight.
You just go for the fair catch there, but he took that ball and he went all the way, and that's an amazing way to start the game.
So extra point, no good. Nonetheless, score 6-0.
Great way to start off the first half. Lynn Tech here, 6-0, all ready as Boston English will receive the ball here. I mean, that is a perfect way to start off the game, especially after that very, after that very tough loss last week. Coming in here, like I said, with the level head and coming into attack, and these dudes are gonna play. Looks like these dudes are coming in and they're ready to play.
So Lynn Tech will kick off here. 6-0. Opening touchdown.
A fast one, I might say.
So that's definitely the start, the perfect start that Lynn Tech wants.
I mean, that's
going to tonight's game. A squibber again, and they're going to take it at about the 28-yard line, and that's where they'll start.
Now, going into this week's matchup, I had a chance to talk with Captain Angel, and he told me that he was fired up and he was ready to lead this team into another great win, and I was excited to hear that, so let's see if that all comes true this game.
Let's see here. So, listen, I think, talking to him throughout this whole week, they've just been focused and ready to go. So, and listen, we've seen it in the first play. Just in their warm-ups, they're fired up, ready to go. So, it's going to be curious to see how the defense comes out here.
And I like it. They're showing discipline. They're just working hard after that tough loss, and it's great to see.
So 11:41 in the first quarter. Tigers score in the first 15 seconds on an opening kickoff return touchdown. Receiver down at the bottom of your screen right here. Looks like we got two running backs in the backfield. Handoff.
That inside run, that's what Coach Marcus was trying to cover up pregame.
and gets a couple yards on that one. It's going to be probably second and 7.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes.
Receiver at the bottom of the screen. 2 running backs. Little misdirection.
Fumble.
And a fumble. And it's recovered. I believe that was number 7 with the recovery. And just like that, right off the bat, I mean, talk about a disastrous start for Boston English. I mean, fumble and allowing a kickoff return touchdown, not the way you want to start going on the road.
Horrible way to start. And I mean, but you can't beat yourself down right now. There's still a lot of game left to be played, so they still need to keep playing with intensity and try to haul their way back in.
So the first time the offense looks like Ethan Austin will be starting so far as quarterback. And, listen, the offense is in great position right now. I mean, they're at the 30-yard line, almost at the red zone. They got a 6-point lead right now, so the offense is almost going in with no pressure.
Zero pressure. I mean, they're calm and collected right now. This is a great way to start the game.
2 receivers at the top of your screen. And it looks like we're going to have a false start. Let's see what it's called here. False start, 5-yard penalty, and it's going to be 1st and 15. Lynn Tech Tigers coached by James Runner, doing a fantastic job this program for years. Competitive every single year.
I mean, just a great coaching staff overall. They're all great coaches and great human beings who hopefully will lead this team far this year.
Shotgun right here. It's going to be a draw. He takes it and gets a good chunk right there. Picks up the penalty yardage and more. I'd say about 7 yards on that one. It's going to be 2nd and 8. It's at 4 yards.
Ethan this week filling in at the QB spot. Not his usual position, but it looks like he's going to get it done pretty smoothly today.
And we got athletes on our team. We got athletes on our team, and that's the beauty of being an athlete, just being able to play different positions. We've seen that so many times in high school football, so I think he can handle it. Shotgun right here. 2 wide receivers. Goes to the left. Receives punishment. Not after a couple yards, though, and it's going to be a 3rd and short. Tough hit right there, Andy.
Tough hit, but he stayed up and he kept going, but
he'll feel that one in the morning. Everything hurts. Sunday morning, everything hurts.
I think that's a common trend with football players. I think they're all going to feel everything in the morning.
Everyone's just limping on Monday. So 3rd and short right here. I'd say 3rd and maybe about 3 yards.
How will Tech drive this in to get a 1st down here?
Another draw is Alston and picks up the 1st down. I think it's going to be close. They might have to do a measurement. I think it might be just short, and they're going to come out the measurement, looks like. Not the same. It's 4th down. You got to go for it right now, right?
I mean, yeah, you're within your 30. Worst case scenario, you lose the ball, they still have to go down 70 yards. So you might as well go for it, especially with the start that they had to this game.
That's a long field goal right there. Shout out to Phil Terenzoni in the house, a legend. I'm amongst greatness right now. Suddenly got real nervous. 4th down. Hands it off. Gets the 1st down and more. That's Alfaro, the senior, picks up the 1st down.
They paid off. They went for it, and it was successful.
A lot of times, teams 0-3, you just want to getting off a good start it's so good, when you're the underdog, and when you get down early on, it's a big emotional blow.
It's a morale kicker. I mean,
Handoff, has running room, has a lot of running room. Oh, what a block to the end zone! Touchdown!
what a great run there.
Cesar Reyes, Earth, Wind, and Reyes. That's what I'm calling him.
What's your nickname for him?
Earth, Wind, and Reyes.
Is that the new one?
That's the new one for football. Basketball is something different.
Oh, so he has two different personas.
Yeah, it's two different names. Yeah, it's his alter ego.
His alter ego?
Yeah. You know how Beyonce has an alter ego?
Yes.
Yeah, this is his alter ego, football and basketball.
Well, I like both of them, so they're
Earth,
both great.
Wind, and Reyes. Gets the touchdown. And this is our punishment where he's at it right there. Caesar's your teammate. For people who don't know, I mean, I'm amongst greatness right now. I'm amongst Andy Batista, one of the stars of the basketball team, all-star. For the actually honorable mention, which is a bunch of baloney. It should have been an all-star.
Yeah.
That's a bunch of bull jive. But nonetheless, you're an all-star in our hearts, and that's your teammate. I mean, just talk about what type of teammate he is on the basketball court, just in general.
Caesar is that dude. You love him as a teammate. You hate him as an opponent. His job is to go out there and just be. He's like the face of our team. He's our muscle. He goes into every game with the mindset like it's his last, and I love it. As a teammate, I love him for it because he puts in all the work, all the hard work, a two-sport athlete, and I respect it. So I'll always love C's, man.
Cesar Reyes. And snap is good, kick is good, and that's 13-0. And we're only halfway into the first quarter right here, and Lynn Tech Tigers are dominant. We're talking to Coach, the defense coordinator, Marcus Taylor. What was he saying before the game?
So his whole game plan going into tonight is stopping that inside run. And as we saw it earlier on Boston English's drive, their first two calls were both inside runs. So I think for Tech to be successful tonight, they're going to have to watch out for that for that inside run. And from the looks of it, it looks like they're having a great time stopping it. So let's see.
I just want to say how proud I am of Marcus Taylor. It's his first year as defensive coordinator. He was on the coaching staff for the last 3 years, but Coach Jason McCush decided he wasn't going to coach anymore, and he just did an amazing job coaching and decided to step away and let Marcus take over. So shout out to Coach McCush for laying down a great foundation, and Marcus is just running right now. Speaking of running, I might run out of bounds. He should have had it go out of bounds. Would have been a legal procedure, and just gets met.
And he will be, as he drops it.
Is it a fumble? He got met, greeted, and said, "Good evening. May I have this dance?"
As he was brought down, I think almost at the 1 yard line.
That could have been a safety.
I think that was inches off being a safety.
I thought it was a safety or a fumble. That was punishment. But great job. I would have let it go out of bounds. Had it gone out of bounds, it would have been a penalty.
Yeah.
You would have started the 35-yard line. A legal procedure. I knew that rule from playing Madden. Most of my football knowledge, frankly, is from playing Madden. Can I be honest with you?
I'll be honest. I don't have much football experience. I only know street football, and that's pretty much it.
Madden has taught me a lot of football playing Madden video games. One receiver at the bottom of your screen. Two running backs in the back. A little misdirection, goes in the inside, but goes nowhere.
And they will be contained there.
Couldn't see from here who was that. We'll get that in a minute.
Nonetheless, a great wrap-up.
7:55 left in the first quarter. Score 13-0. Picked up nothing. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Shout out to the crew doing a great job so far. We'll give them a shout out. I think we have Mariana directing, Javon on camera. We'll get the rest of the crew in a little bit. I saw Zach here.
Dream Team.
Dream Team is back at it again. Great night. It was raining this morning. It turned out to be a pretty good night for football.
Very. I mean, it just looks like one of those nights.
Under the center, gets met, greeted by their big defensive end right there, number 50. I think that was Josh.
Number 24, Kevin Renee.
Is that Josh? Joshua Lewis, number 56, excuse me.
All-star last season.
I mean, he's just an absolute man. I mean, just a bull in the china shop.
That man, he plays with some anger, and I love it.
Hey, listen, man. You know, that's what I love about football. Football is being able to control that anger, harness that anger, and release your aggression on the field.
Yeah.
I mean, how many sports can you really do that?
I mean, there's a lot, but not a lot where you could do it legally.
Yeah. 13-0 here. 6:20 and counting left in the first quarter. I'm Newberry, Tojo, and Andy Batista. Shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Sets back, looks to throw, in trouble, eludes, and looks like he's going to pick up a good amount of yardage right there. That's number 15, Jaden Vega. Good job eluding the rush.
Oh, he was a tackle away from giving up a safety right there. I mean, that's a big morale changer for English there, as that could have turned out a lot worse, and they just eluded the safety there. So let's see if they could pick up the rest of this game.
That's huge right there. Now, you know, at least you can punt and
yeah,
and you know, have
not give up those free 3 points. Yeah,
exactly. So I mean, that's a huge and a great job by the quarterback, just being able to get some wiggle room with that rush.
I mean, by the looks of it, this is a very young team. So let's see if they could get it done tonight.
So number 11 back to receive. And that's actually, it went a little bit too much mustard on that. That's going to be a safety right there. It goes out of bounds. A little too much mustard on that snap. That's a safety. That's 2 points. And Tigers will get the ball back again.
So it was just eluded last play, and then it just happened. I mean, it's a tough position to be in, but it's still the first quarter. It's so early. You still gotta keep playing.
You know, I remember the Tigers had a phrase, how do you get over it, right? And you could equate that to Boston English. How do you get over it? You got to have short memory, keep going to that next play. Coach Runner's all fired up, something on the sidelines. He was ready to go. He was all fired up. Man, I thought he was going to get some pads and go out there himself and make a tackle.
If Coach Runner put some pads on, it would get dangerous out there.
Listen, Coach Runner's still good for a couple hits. I mean, Coach Runner's a large
man.
He
has a lot under his belt still left.
Coach Runner, before here, he did a great job over at Dean College. Good football program. It was a junior college. A lot of people I know worked with him. He was on the coaching staff there, and then obviously from Lynn, and went to Lynn Classical and came back here and is doing great work at Lynn Tech.
Like I said, he's just a great coach and a great human being overall. He's really turned this whole program around, and it's very great to see.
So it's going to be safety. Typically, I thought they do a punt for a safety, but they're going to kick it off. Might be different here in high school rules. So they're going to kick it off here at the 20-yard line. So Tigers are going to get some good field position right now.
It's a lot different than Madden.
And a little squibber and goes right to a Lynn Tech Tiger, and they're going to get beautiful field position right here. That was recovered by number 58, R.J. LaRoque.
At their own 30. I mean, they're in a comfortable position right now. This is perfect.
Shout out to Mr. Hussey in the house, doing a great job.
Working his tail off like always.
15-0, 5:54 left in the first quarter. Tech Tigers versus Boston English. Good to see two city teams going at it. It's always fun. One of my favorite games was when you guys played Madison Park. Two tech schools, two great programs.
Two inner city teams just battling it out. It's great to see.
Ethan back to throw. And keeps it and has a lot of running room and a great block over there. Going towards the edge. Is he going to make it at the pylon? Let's see if they're going to call a touchdown. No, they're going to say he's down at the 1. Ethan Alston puts on the Jets. Dare I say beast mode. Shout out to Aiden Pleasant in the house. doing a great job treating the media with nice little treats and everything. Always got to feed the media, make the media happy. Always got to feed the media. Big fan of that.
Yeah, you got to keep them happy. Great run there by Ethan, though.
Tell you what, Ethan Austin just really, really having a dynamite game so far. So first and goal. Now it's time to get the big boys in there for the blocks and hand it to your running back and have him punch it in. Ethan keeps it and walks in with ease. Touchdown. 21-0. And we're still in the first quarter. Lynn Tech is an offensive avalanche right now.
Dominating just on both sides of the field right now. And might I say, Ethan Austin looks comfortable right now in that QB position. Comfortable right now. And that's perfect. I mean, QB goes down last week. It's tough, but, a guy steps up and he does his role.
Now, what's his original position, Andy?
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver. I mean, that is dangerous because, you don't know what he's going to do. You don't know if he's going to pass the ball, but he has the speed as a receiver. I think sometimes he even runs the ball.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're not sure what he's going to do. It's like it's that Lamar Jackson factor. You're not sure if you're going to throw it.
Yeah.
Easy, guys. I'm not calling him Lamar Jackson. Easy. Before I get like a message, I'm not calling him Lamar Jackson.
He has Lamar Jackson traits.
Because we're going to hear on Monday, oh, you give it easy. Take it easy. So look to get an extra point right here and make the score 22-0 with 5:48 left in the first. Snaps good, kicks up, kicks good. It's all good.
Everything is good right now for Tech.
22-0, Lynn Tech. Complete dominating fashion, literally from jump. Kickoff, return, touchdown, then a fumble. I think the biggest thing for English, Andy, tell me if you disagree with me, is turnovers, right?
Turnovers, and, you're 0-3. You got to play with that chip on your shoulder. You're 0-3. You got nothing to lose out there. Right. You're playing a team that's 2-1. They're on that high mountain. You're down here. You got to try to knock them down a peg.
Right. And I want see Vega maybe try to throw the football a few times. You got to take some risk. Throw the football, put the ball in the air, and kind of test the defensive backs of the Tigers.
Yes, especially now with the score, you have to explore everything right now.
5:48 left. I feel like this first quarter is going on forever. Is it just me?
It might have been going on for a while. It feels like it's been a while.
Yeah, that's a flag right there. I missed it. What was going on here?
Ball went out near the 25.
Okay, Mr. Canales was distracting me here in the press box. I forgot. I didn't even get a chance to look at the play. Shout out to Mr. Canales, culinary teacher, doing a great job. Great program here at Lynn Tech. For the viewers, listen, if you want to get a good bite to eat, our culinary program is a restaurant. Stop by, get something to eat.
Support, and not even just the support. The food is great.
Absolutely.
Hands down, the food is great.
So they're going to redo that. It's going to be a penalty, so they're going to kick it off again. So Tiger just got their new uniforms last year. They're going with the all red.
New sponsor with New Balance.
Yep. So it's going to be a kickoff here. And bounce off his foot. It's going to be dangerous. Picks it up, though. And it's going to be tackled right around the 33-yard line. Could have been another disaster, but thank God he recovered it.
I mean, it's still the first quarter.
So we got injury here. Can't see who it is for now, but everyone takes a kneel in respect. So score 22-0. Tigers up in dominating fashion right now. Listen, if I'm Boston English, I'm saying don't look at the score.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you have to play. You can't look at the score. At this point, it sounds kind of corny to say, but you just have to go out there and kind of have fun because that's the only way you're going to get yourself back into this game.
Let's see. So we're going to hopefully have a couple of special guests joining us. The basketball team is here, which is really cool. I love that you guys always support different sports. Talk about that. Talk about why important. Why do you guys do that for?
Tech. It's not. Lynn Tech. It's not just a school. We're all one big happy family, and every time one of us, whether we're succeeding, failing, none of that, we're gonna be there to support our guys, and that's what we're all about. We all support each other here, and it's a great environment.
So it looks like he walked off the field off his own power, which is good. So Vega will be under center for English. 5:40 left in the first quarter. And English is at the – remind me, it's Boston English, guys. I know I'm saying English. It's Boston English, not
English, yeah.
Congratulations, English, by the way. I think they won yesterday versus Revere.
Yeah.
So shout out to them. I think that was their first victory of the season.
And that's what Boston English is looking for tonight. We'll see if they can get themselves back into this game.
Looks like Tigers are at least threatening a blitz here. And play gets blown up pretty easily. And again, that is the game is won on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, like I said earlier, Coach Marcus, as he was saying, that inside run, it's a pivotal part of Boston English's offense, and Tech is, they're pouncing on it, and that's exactly what they need to do.
2nd and 9 here, picked up a yard. And I'll tell you what, again, Joshua Lewis right there, right in the middle of things, every defensive play. Good to see the crowd filing in here in today's game. If you guys listening right now, share the link. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share the link, and then it's not too late to even come to the game.
We want millions here.
Absolutely. Pack the house. Vega in trouble and taken down and swallowed up. Loss of about 10 yards right there. I believe number 36, Angel, TV Media's own, was in that play right there like a piranha.
He was saying to me this week doesn't have any tackles, any sacks yet, but was still trying to find a way to contribute to his team, and he's definitely contributing right now.
There you go. Angel, sophomore, captain.
Captain as a sophomore.
That just shows you what type of person he is. Just really, again, I'm not trying to sound corny, but just awesome person. Have him in class. He's in our shop. Just really, just a good person to be around. So timeout called right here, 22-0. Tigers right now. I would listen. If I was them, I would probably take advantage of how aggressive the defensive line is and maybe do some screen passes.
Yeah, right now they're looking at the inside run. They know they know where you're trying to go. At this point, looking at the scoreboard, looking at how the game is going, you have to mix it up a little bit. You have to throw something new at them to kind of shake them up a little bit and make them adjust.
Maybe do a couple QB draws because, Joshua Lewis is just messing up everyone's plans right now.
Like you said, bull in a china shop. He's just running through everything.
He's just messing up everyone's plans. They had a plan. He's just messing up everything. So, he's just a wrecking ball. So I would take advantage of that aggression, do some draws, some screen passes, and maybe, get some positive yardage that way.
Like you said, it's the fourth quarter. You can't even look up right now. You just got to keep playing the game and just see how the rest of the game goes. But you can't let your morale go down.
It's crazy how I really feel like a lot of times your players take the identity of your coach. And I'm looking at Marcus as defensive coordinator. Marcus was intense. I remember playing intense, all fired up, and I feel like the defense is taking on that personality, which is great. So here we go. We got two wide receivers at the bottom of your screen, two at the top. Shotgun formation. Third down right here. Third down and let's say third down and about 20. Gets a draw, and Tigers were not fooled, and takes him down hard to the ground. That was Cesar Reyes saying no suit for you.
Caesar's doing a little bit of everything right now, and it's showing.
Caesar got offended. No way you're entering Caesar's palace without the keys. You like what I did there? There's just so many nicknames you could have with the name Cesar Reyes. I mean, it's endless. It's like an
One with
dream.
his name and two with his character.
Yeah.
There's just so many, as endless possibilities.
I'm going to take that. Listen, I stole that one from Marcus, so Caesar's Palace. So it's going to be a punt over here. And let's hope they can have a clean snap. And snap is off, but punt goes maybe. Gets a nice little roll, though. Gets a big roll. And it'll go right around the 45-yard line. Not the greatest punt of all time, but gets a nice friendly roll.
Gets the job done at least.
2:40 left in the first.
If I'm Boston English, whatever side Joshua Lewis is on, I'm going to the other side.
Yes. Absolutely. I mean, I 100% agree. Number one, because it's a smart thing to do. Number two, because I'd be scared.
If I saw him running at me full speed, I might be petrified.
If I saw him running and you were there, I would take you as defense, as a shield. I'd take you as a shield in front of me and say, is it gone?
I'd forget we were even playing football. That'd be the last thing on my mind.
Shotgun right here. Austin gets the handoff, runs right through, and almost broke a tackle and almost had the end zone right there. Cesar Reyes. I mean, picture him running full speed at you.
I have. It is not a great sight.
Taking a charge or painful. I'll tell you what.
Listen, I took a charge off of Caesar. I had to sit out for 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
It was not fun.
Hands it off again.
He's getting crafty with it there.
And gets a first down, looks like. Cesar Reyes again, number 33.
I like this game plan. Get Caesar the ball, move out the way.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, that's Cesar Reyes. Give him the ball, and everyone just move.
But move with him. Move.
He had a hell of a game last year at the Thanksgiving game, 248 yards versus Kip. They lost.
Heartbreaker, but great performance.
Caesar runs right through, bullets his way, running, tumbling, and bubbling at the 2-yard line. What do you think they're going to do next play? Why don't you take a guess?
I mean, if I had to take a guess, I think he's going to turn the end zone into Caesar's palace. I think that's just me, though.
I think they're going to give it to Caesar again. I don't know. That's a judgment call. Right on the line. Let's see here.
I bet you $5 they give it to Caesar right now.
Tough snap right there, and
I
should have took that bet. I would have got that $5. As a tough snap, and it's going to be a long second and goal. They lost, I think, about 10 yards right there. Good thing it wasn't a turnover. Timeout called by Coach Runner and wants to kind of reset here. You know, Tiger just, can't be careless and got to keep their focus.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's easy to do that, right? When
Getting a little bit too
points.
pumped up right now. Just got to, call a timeout, get everyone rested, tell them to calm down, that this is a long game and they got to pace themselves. So
Victor Bellamar, part of the coaching staff as well, former Lynn Tech player.
Marcus Taylor as well, another Lynn Tech alumni.
Yeah, I love a coach doing this. Bring the alumni back.
I mean, I think that's a trend with
later on, Andy, I do want to get a kind of a preview of the basketball team. You guys are defending vocational champions, and I know you guys have your eyes set on vocational champions and also state championships. So
We have our eyes on big things right now.
I think the future's bright. You guys are returning all 5 starters, which is very exciting. And I know you guys have been playing all year.
Year round, just getting prepared to get back at it.
So, 2nd and goal. It was a muffed snap, so they lost about 10 yards. Let's see if they'll pass it. They haven't passed a lot. I don't think it's going to be passing on this play because I don't see a receiver out on the edges.
It's the Cesar Reyes show.
To Caesar. Caesar picks up that penalty yardage, and it's going to be 3rd down. A little extracurricular activity, a little razzmatazz.
Great job there by Joshua Lewis telling his guy there to relax and to keep playing the game.
Absolutely. Good leadership right there. Hand off again to Reyes. Reyes to lose rushers and brings the whole pile to the end zone. Takes them on a free ride. The top field fear is next week, not today. Gives them on a free ride.
I'm not even gonna call it the end zone anymore. That is Caesar's Palace for right now.
Enter Caesar's Palace with the touchdown. And I think he carried about 4 players right there.
It might have been 4. 4 or 5. It doesn't matter. He was going all the way.
Tell you what, just again for Boston English, keep your head up. They're playing hard. It's just it seems like they might be a little overmatched, but they're playing hard. They're playing hard. It's just a matter of Tigers just kind of be another offensive level right now.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a young team. You need to live and learn.
I always say I love when the 2 city teams go at it. And I love when they're both competitive. It makes for good sports, makes for good everybody. So their program, they're gonna get back. They're gonna get back. They got a young team, and it's all about building.
Every program has their up and downs, and right now they might be in the middle of one. So,
right.
You just have to wait for that up to come back.
Right. I mean, Lynn Tech's been through it for basketball.
Yeah.
We had a tough couple seasons. So every team goes through that process. But like Joel Embiid says, trust the process. But at the end of this quarter, though, we will have to talk about some big news that broke in the NBA.
Huge news.
So a lot of things happening in sports. Gotta get your opinion on Deion Sanders and what he's doing with Colorado. Great game today. They lost 48-41 against USC, number 6 team in the country. So a lot of stuff to talk about during between the first and second quarter. Little Scribber out to the 20 and picks up a nice little rush right there before
being wrapped up there.
Wrapped up right around the 25-yard line. So 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Score 29-0. I'm Newberry Atto, joined Andy Batista.
I almost had to look at the scoreboard to, I thought you read it wrong. 29-0 in the first quarter, man.
29-0 after 1. Tigers completely dominating. Let's kind of shift gears a little bit and talk about what's going on, because it was a big week. We were remiss if we didn't talk about what was going on in the sports world. Damian Lillard traded to the Milwaukee Bucks. So second quarter here, 29-0. Damian Lillard traded to the Milwaukee Bucks. I know you have a podcast. Everyone's watching it, the AA podcast, with football player Angel Figueroa. You guys had some thoughts on it. What are your thoughts about that trade?
As a Boston Celtics fan, it hurts to see more competition coming in. As just a basketball personnel, I mean, I have to be as happy as I could be. Damian Lillard was wasting some of his best prime years in Portland. He tried to dedicate his career to the city, and they just weren't giving anything back. So seeing him on the Bucks, makes me happy as a basketball player. Seeing that a player that's been working his tail off these past couple years is finally having the chance to compete, in a fair chance.
Listen, I think it's an arms race in basketball right now. I think both teams are trying to get they're trying to get better. I mean, Celtics, Bucks are probably the top two teams in the East right now. It's a big drop off Miami, but I mean, listen. Miami's just gets a year older. I just don't see them repeating what they did last year.
Especially acquiring no one new after supposedly supposed to be, locked in for Damian Lillard. So it's looking rough for them right now.
And what are your thoughts about Deion Sanders in Colorado? I mean, kind of changed up the landscape of football right now, in college football. I mean, he's really turning everything upside down right now.
I mean, like we were just saying, every program has their up and downs. And as a football program, last year Colorado probably had the worst down a team could have. And just seeing him turn the program around, it shows a lot. And I think people are getting too wrapped up in wins. I feel like he's still trying to build the program back up. So I mean, I love what he's doing, especially with both of his sons and Travis Hunter. I mean, it's great. And today's game, he showed that they can compete against the top 25 team.
Right. I mean, almost pulled off that would have been the biggest upset of the year. I mean, number 16 in the country. They were down at one point, I think 29-0, 29-7, then at 34-14 at one point. Then next thing you know, I turned it off. Next thing you know, I turned on, it's 48-41.
Yeah, and I mean, just like how, Boston English should take a note from that. They were out, but they still they clawed their way back into the game, and they gave themselves a chance to win. They didn't win, but still, as a team, that feels great knowing that they had that fight in them.
And believe it or not, with the score right now, 29-0 second quarter, there's plenty of time left.
Plenty of time left.
I mean, this is an opportunity for English to start fresh right now, have it reset.
A couple stops, some easy scores, and they could get themselves right back into this game.
Second quarter here, second down, and they go out with 5 wide receivers, 3 at the bottom of your screen. Steps back, throws, screen pass right there, has some blockers, and that's it right there.
That's what we were just talking about, having to switch it up and attack them in different ways. Tech isn't going to know what you're going to do every single play. If you just switch it up, there's going to be that one play where they're lost. So, I mean, you just got to switch it up and keep attacking them.
I like that. Keep them on their toes, take advantage of this Tech aggressive defensive line, and see what happens. So, 3rd and 12, though. So, again, another 3rd and long situation. Vega back at quarterback, and again, they have 4 wide receivers.
It works, so they're going to go back to it, and let's see what they can get out of it.
Tigers rushing 4 right here. Steps back, throws, looks to get a block, but a little late on that block right there, and someone just took a WWE smackdown. I didn't see what that was, but
a great tuck and roll right there.
So 4th down. I mean, I like how the offense played, though, this possession, though. They didn't get the yards that they want, but I think that's the way they have to attack the Tigers.
I mean, this is how they had to play. Obviously, Lintech is going to attack them. We know that for a fact, but they stayed calm, and they played through it, and anything could happen. It's a long game, so you just got to keep your head in the game and, keep trying to find your way back into this game.
10 minutes and change left in the second quarter. Again, Lynn Tech Tigers versus Boston English.
This looks like we have a timeout here.
Timeout called. So 4th down. Let's see if they'll go for it. I mean, I don't think they go for it right now. You got to punt the football, right?
I think going for it in a technical sense, to say it in the nicest way possible, is not the smart thing to do right now.
I agree. Let's see what happens. Take a timeout. We'll see if they're going to readjust. But it looks like they should. I mean, I would punt the football right here. Shout out to our Tech cheerleaders doing a great job. Like always. A little chilly out, so they got their jackets on.
Still doing what they need to do, though. We love to see it.
So you're going to the Topsfields Fair? That's starting, I think it just started, was it Thursday?
Yeah, I think it started Thursday.
Started Friday.
Friday.
Are you going to it?
I have plans, yeah. Hopefully. Going to that, I think it's called Scream Fest or something like that.
Okay.
Excited, but, trying to prepare myself for that, too. I'm not trying to have a heart attack.
Yeah. I don't see you as a screamer, so
Yeah, I'm not a screamer. I'm more of a reaction.
Okay. Gonna be a punt here. Thompson back to receive it, and again a short punt gets an English roll, and they'll down at around the 46-yard line. And Tigers will get possession here. Ethan and company will bring his troops. Ethan Austin and his troops will come out and see if they can continue to attack you. I'm curious to see if Coach Runner in the second half might, if the score is comfortable, maybe put some of his younger players in to get some experience.
Give them a chance to show what they can do out there. I love watching it, though. Seeing the young guys come off the bench, I mean, that I feel like no matter how big of a lead it is, if those young guys come in, the crowd goes crazy. The bench goes crazy.
Absolutely, and that's their time to show what they have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To make their mark, and maybe that gets them more playing time the next game.
And you always got to look ahead to the future, too.
Tigers take their time here. Ball up the 45-yard line. Hands off, has blockers, and picks up positive yardage right there. Picks up, I'd say, about 4 yards. That's Chris Alfaro, senior.
Will be a 3-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 41-yard line.
They're saying 3 officially.
As I'm looking on the sideline right here, Captain Angel Figueroa being a great mentor, showing his fellow teammate number 58 a proper blocking form.
And we're going to get a couple of flags. All laundry on the field right there. And let's see what the call is. Looks like it might be holding on the Tigers. Let's see. I don't see what the call is. Referees are discussing it right now. Face mask on English. That's going to be 15 yards.
Penalty is on Boston English. Face mask penalty.
I mean, that's a tough one, but you just got to keep playing through it.
That's always a dangerous
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line.
dangerous penalty right there. Face mask, he possibly could, strain someone's neck or what have you. So
Yeah.
I think it was more of a 10-yard penalty, not 15 yards. Check that. Handoff, quick handoff, a little misdirection. That was number 3, Elijah.
Number 3, Christensen.
Elijah Christensen, the senior. Baseball player as well, two-sport athlete.
I have a fond respect for two-sport athletes. I think people don't appreciate how much strength and will it takes to play 2 sports, especially when it's back-to-back.
And it's got to be different muscles you're exercising and stuff. I mean, football's got to be very different from basketball, very different from baseball.
And it's just getting into 2 different personas and play styles. It's very tough.
Handoff. Tries to go towards the edge and doesn't get much and get some punishment right there.
Number 11, Alberto Gerardo on the run for Lake.
That's Alberto Gerardo.
Be a 1-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and 7. The 27-yard line of Boston English.
7:43 left in the first half. Scored 29-0. Tigers just joined us. An offensive avalanche here in the first quarter. Started off with a kickoff return for a touchdown, and they never looked back. Second half, we're going to try to get some guests to join us here in the second half. We're talking about me, possible Coach Bingham. And what a move by Austin. Cuts the corner, and he's going to score a touchdown right there. Untouched.
Ethan Alston getting into to the action again in the end zone there.
Untouched, unfazed. The E-Train I told him the calf I was going to call him that, the E-train,
The E train.
because you can't stop a train.
You
You
can't.
can't just go in front of it and say, stop. The E-train, once again, dominates with no stops.
One thing I will say, I love his celebrations. I think that might be a top 3 part of his game, his celebrations. He has a new one every single time.
Oh, man, I gotta see this then.
He's pulled out a couple different ones this game. I like it.
And timeout here.
Timeout, see if they could ice the kicker here.
Actually, I think he might have. I'm not sure why they call it timeout. Nonetheless, it is a timeout. 7:12 left in the first half. Tigers up comfortably here, 35-0.
It might be time to, put some of those younger guys in here.
It's still early though. I still feel like
It's still really early, but I think at the end of the half, you put one up more on the board there. It might be time.
I do want to give a shout out. I'm actually seeing this live right now. I didn't get a shout out to Seamus and Eli. Seamus did a lot of announcing with us last year. He's now doing streaming for the NEFL and doing games. So he's broadcasting live right now. I see their game, doing a great job announcing that game. So very proud of Seamus, the way he's doing after high school. Him and Eli Soak doing a great job. So shout out to them as they're broadcasting the NEFL championship football game.
I mean, I'm proud of Seamus. He really helped me out a lot last year.
Good person.
Hoping to fill in his shoes now.
You definitely are. You're doing a great job. There's no doubt in my mind. Same set a good foundation, so it's now your job to take that foundation and now grow it and do that for the next person. But we have you. You're a sophomore. You're going to be here for a while. Extra point right here. Good snap. Kicks up, and kick is good.
Extra point is good. Kicked out by number 33, Cesar Reyes.
Man, he just does it all.
Cesar Reyes, man. I mean, he's kicker, running back, out getting tickets too. I mean, this.
I'm not putting one or two positions on him. I'm just saying he's a football player.
He's doing it all, man.
He's just he is interchangeable.
Part-time trainer, assistant coach, cooking up the pizza in the back. I mean, what does he not do?
For all I know, he might be running this whole stream right now.
Running. Director, Caesar, what are you doing back there? See Stephanie in the back. Shout out to Stephanie, doing a great job. Who else is in the control room over there? Javon. Nonetheless, great job, guys. 36-0. Lynn Tech is in your home white, and Boston English is in white and blue pants.
Red.
I say white.
Yeah.
Home red. I meant to say red. I saw red and I said white. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And good run back right there by English.
Great running, great hit there.
33, Marcus Gazemi on the return.
Great job by number 33 for English. Marcus Genjebi.
10 for Boston English.
He's a freshman. Again, very young team, freshman running it back. 150 pounds. I mean, this is a young, small team.
That's what I was saying earlier. This is a very young and inexperienced team. I don't see this game as a loss or as anything. It's still early, and I mean, this is more of a learning experience. You need this experience under your belt.
Under center is Vega. And keeps the ball and picks up positive yardage.
For 15, James Villa on the run.
Picks up about 8 yards. It's going to be second and short.
From the 44-yard line.
Great start to the drive here. This might be a drive that can turn around the game for Boston English here.
It's probably their best looking drive so far. I mean, with a decent kickoff return and second and short, when you get into these second and shorts, third and shorts, it just makes everything more manageable and you're less predictable.
Yeah, you have to. You don't know whether you're going for a screen, an
Right.
inside run. I mean,
So we'll try to join you on the road. The next game, Essex, Lynn Tech versus Essex Tech. So we're going to look to take the show on the road here next Friday. You going to join us, Andy?
I definitely will. I'm itching to watch that game. It's a small rivalry.
Little handoff. Gets the first down.
And a little bit more.
That was actually a pitch. And gets the first down. And
Graham on the run.
good-looking drive right here.
The 50-yard line for Boston English.
So first down. 5 and change, like I said before. Listen, we have plenty of time. There's still half. The Tigers can put up 29 in the first quarter. It's possible to get back in this game if you're the Eagles right now.
Just as we saw today, Colorado versus USC, you're down, but you're still not out if it's so early.
And again, that's why I feel like, okay, don't put your reserves in now. Wait, I would say wait till maybe.
Don't draw the white flag now.
Absolutely. Little misdirection. Didn't fool anybody. And a lot of razzmatazz. Was it a fumble? A lot of noise there.
Yeah.
A lot of smoke, but no fire.
Ball was loose there.
Something about a fumble when someone sees makes you lose your mind.
You're just
You don't even know what to do. You scream fumble. You don't even act like a regular human being.
like it gets to a certain point where I want to grab the ball.
Right. You see a fumble watching, and for some reason you have to yell fumble when you're watching. You're not even playing. You have to yell fumble.
Even if it's through a TV screen, you have to yell fumble just to make sure that they know.
Just to make sure, just to confirm that it's a fumble. I have to scream on top of my lungs. I want to know what goes on in a fumble pile. Oh boy, I've heard horror stories.
I mean, I wouldn't want to know what it feels like to be under one.
Oh boy. Jaden in the center. Another misdirection play. And picks up positive yardage right there. That was James Buckley, the junior. And again, I think what they're doing,
James Buckley on the run for Boston English.
like we were talking about, is just kind of, take advantage of how aggressive they're being.
Yeah.
How aggressive the line is.
And for Boston English here, you want to, take a step back, wait for the defense to come at you, and then attack them. And I think for Tech here, step back a little bit. They know what you're trying to do defensively, so you just got to take a step back here and, figure them out going forward.
So they can get a score here before halftime. Little over 3 minutes left in the first half. Handoff again. And it looks like he's going to be close to picking up the first down. Goes right down Main Street. And that was again Buckley.
8-yard pickup will be 2nd and 2.
Tigers got something over here.
Zero traffic down the lane there.
Alvaro comes back into the game for the Tigers on the line. And Coach Marcus is trying to just kind of control traffic right here. And we have a player down. I can't see what number it is from here. So that one takes a kneel. It's Trainer Joe out there. And he's going to be okay. He's going to walk it off. That looks like that's number 3. Is that Elijah? Yeah, Elijah Christensen. A little banged up right there. Maybe a little stinger.
Those ones are the worst. They feel bad in the moment, but then you just gotta walk it off a little bit.
Those and the cramps.
Oh, cramps don't. No, we can't get into that.
I mean, it's awful. And people, when you're out of shape like me, you'll stretch, during sleep, and you get a cramp. It's like it's the worst feeling in the world. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm screaming top of my lungs with the cramp. That's when you know you're not in shape. You just stretch middle of the night, you get a cramp. You thought you got a shot or something. You laughing because you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night just a cramp out of nowhere.
Nowhere. It gets worse when you're older. And that's false start. Yep.
Flag on the play.
And Elijah will come back in. So it looks like he's okay.
Ball start.
And now he comes back out. I think he just came just to pick up something. I think he left his water bottle on the field.
Oh no, he left his mouthpiece.
Oh. 2:10 left in the first half. Tigers up comfortably here, 36-0.
Boston English though is inching towards that end zone, trying to put something up on the board before the half.
A lot
ends.
of I agree. I'm sorry to cut you off. A lot of momentum. If they score,
Yeah.
would be huge for them.
You go into the locker room at halftime. At least you know now we can do we can do it.
Under center again, 2 running backs. And
As
Vega.
the ball is out of control there. Let's see who gains possession.
Is recovered by Boston English, but it'll be a 2-yard loss.
They weren't falling for that one on that play.
38. It'll be 36-yard line. LVTI.
A lot of scaries here tonight. If I didn't have my mic on, I would have yelled my lungs out at this point.
I mean, I think we've only had 1 fumble recovery by the Tigers, but it could have been a lot more. Get a little more chilly here. Of course, we're in the cozy press box.
We're relaxing up here.
Yeah, no matter how cold it is. I think there's heat in here, too.
Oh yeah, there is.
I can get used to this.
Best seats in the house.
Getting Vega under center. Handoff. Fumble! And recovered by the Tigers! And it was only a matter of time.
It happened again. As they are pumped up now, Captain Angel is going crazy on the
he's all
sideline
fired
there.
up.
He's
I wanna-
fired
I
up.
wanna get on that
He got
field.
the chain on. Hold on.
Oh, he's going. He's fired up. I'm fired up, too. I'm going to run through a wall. Put me in, coach. Put me in. I'm ready. Put me in, coach.
We're going to have to get Mr. Atos some pads here.
You know, I kind of half joke about this. So 26 seconds left. They're probably just going to take a knee, I think. I mean, you got the lead. I'll take a knee going to the half.
Yeah.
I always wear, like, athletic gear when I announce because you never know. Coach might look at me and say, you know what? Get in there, Rato. Get in there. You never know. So I'm always just ready.
I always wear shorts under just in case a hoop session is in order.
You know, Bingham might look up in the sidelines like, get in there.
Hey, Coach Bingham, he'll believe in anyone. He definitely might get you in them one day.
I'm just ready for that faculty basketball game. That'll be my time to shine. I played in faculty basketball game a couple of years ago. I actually had the game-winning shot.
The infamous story.
Yes. No, it's not a story. You say it's a story like it's not true.
Well, no. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying I wasn't there to experience
Yeah, but you
it.
have to say infamous. Like I feel like by you adding that, it made it seem like I was just making it up. That is
Well,
a true
do
story.
I know that you're making it
I
up?
think everyone could vouch. Miss Dusty could vouch. The faculty game, I hit the game-winning shot the last faculty game. That was a couple of years ago.
He took a second to answer it.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll find out. But the point is, I was sore for 2 weeks. And I thought I was in great. I was hurting for 2 weeks. Like, oh, boy.
The game is only 2 hours, but you felt it for the next 2 weeks.
So it was before COVID, last faculty game I played in. And actually, I was guarding a former player who came in here, actually visited us, Amari Gaston. They said, please guard him. I said, I want to guard him. I can't find him. How can I guard someone I can't find? They're too fast. And they take a kneel. I don't know how we got there. Anyway, first half, 36-0. Tigers complete dominating fashion. Andy, your coach runner. What do you tell your team right now? You're a captain. You're a coach of Boston English. what do you tell your team, respectively, going into halftime, and how do you expect them to come out in the second half?
As coach running right now for Lintech, I'm telling these guys, great job, amazing first half. This is the start that we need to go into this game, but there's still another second half left. We still got to put the pressure on them, and for Boston English, if I'm the coach or if I'm just a player, just anyone, someone needs to step up and say, we're still in this. The game is long from over, and there's still things to be learned. There's still things to be gained from playing out the rest of this game with a chip on their shoulder. So they just need to go out there and play football.
Well, that's your first half score right there, 36-0. We'll see you in the second half. And welcome back. Second half action. I'm Lou Brad Toe, joined with Andy Batista. The first half has been an absolute dominant game, an offensive avalanche, an offensive onslaught. Tigers coming out 36-0 here, and Boston English will receive the football. Let's see if they can get some offensive rhythm here going to the second half. But Tigers, they want to keep their foot on the pedal right here, and they receive at the 30-yard line and gets met and greet and taken down right before the 30. I'm New Brad Toe, joined Andy. Andy, what are your thoughts in the second half?
I mean, Boston English has got to keep playing, it's going to be rough. You're down 35-0, but you just got to keep playing. And, yeah, you just got to keep playing. You can't look at the scoreboard, nothing. You just got to take this as a learning experience to get the experience under your belt.
We're here with a special guest joining us here in the booth as we promised. As promised, promise is kept. We're going to bring some special guests in the second half. We saw him in the stands, one of the Lintech seniors this year. Jaden, welcome to the broadcast, man. Jaden Welsh. Jaden, all I do is Welsh.
I was waiting for it.
But you guys are teammates. Just talk about what we should look forward to for this upcoming year.
Dominance. We're going to dominate. There ain't no question about that.
Looking to build on what we did last year and move it up to the next level.
So just talk about what are some things that you want to do, you want to improve for this upcoming year that and just maybe some individual goals and maybe some team goals.
I want us to go undefeated in our conference, move on going undefeated into the tournament, see if we can go get a chip. And for my expectations, I'm hoping to improve my offensive level to match my defensive level and just improve as a player to help the team win.
Andy, what are your thoughts?
Captain Welch, he's ready this year. I'm telling y'all, watch out. He's developed. We all developed. It's the same roster as last year. We got that chemistry now. I feel like there's no one that's really stopping us. You can name any team, and I think we could take them down by any measure.
Jay, let me ask you a question. You were one of the few players, I think Edric, who in second down here, English is Jaden's on the center, not Jaden, not you, Jaden. Jaden Vega on the center. And gets taken down for a loss of 5 yards. It's going to be third down. So, Jaden, you were on that team who really struggled. I think you guys won 2 or 3 games the season before, right?
Yeah, I think it was 3.
So, you know how it feels. And right now, Boston English is down right now, having a tough year. As an athlete, how do you go through a season like that? And how do you keep your morale up?
Going into every game, you can't worry about your record, what the score was last game. You start going to the next game as your next goal to win. You just try to play to win no matter what. Every game's a learning experience, and every loss gets you better. And the next game, you just got to be ready to play, see if you can get off that win and bounce back.
Did you at one point think about last season and say, man, look how far we've come, literally, from literally from the bottom, starting from the bottom, now you're here. Who sung that, by the way?
Drake.
Yeah, Drake. And you guys vocation. Do you ever get a chance to sit back, relax, and appreciate that progress?
Of course, after every game on the bus, I realized how far we came from being on the losing side of most games to being on the winning side of most games. Most of the bus rides home weren't as quiet as the year before, and it was a lot more fun.
How were the bus rides last year?
Amazing. Just straight up amazing.
Bus rides back were amazing.
Who's the funniest one on the team right now?
Ayub. He's out there today, number 77. He has to be the funniest human being I've ever met in my life.
So it's going to be 4th down, and they're going to punt the football. So it's funny, when I first met Andy, I thought Andy was super quiet, but he's not.
Yeah, I'm not at all.
He's not quite at all.
Now,
You know.
when he first came in, he was quiet for about a day or two, and then he was at our practices talking crazy, doing what Andy does.
Yeah,
Now, who's the biggest trash talk on the team?
me.
Andy
Andy? Oh,
Me
wow.
by far.
Oh,
almost
man.
got a tech today.
Yeah.
And gets a punt right there. Dangerous punt. Almost got blocked. And received at about the 45. Turning the corner. Gets a few blocks. Has Green right there at the 20. And out of bounds at the 15-yard line. And we have a lot of laundry right there. Might be a block in the back. And Coach Runner is not happy right now. He's apoplectic. Can't spell it, but I could say it. And let's see what the call is. It might be blocking the back.
Look like blocking the back by number 1.
It's getting very chippy out there. There's a lot of hands flying.
So let's see what the call is right here. Jaden, before we leave us, and thanks for joining, and hopefully we can get some other people, see some teammates, send them up here. What should we expect for this upcoming year? And talk about, make a pitch, why should people come out? Because the team was great, but we should have more people in the stands.
Yeah.
Make a pitch to them how important that is to have that support of packing the house.
Having that support of having a full stands makes everyone want to play harder, play more to win. You don't want to lose, but with a packed stand, you definitely don't want to lose. You want to put on a show for the fans, the people from your school that are out there supporting you while you're playing. It's great to watch them while you play and hear them cheer.
Last question before you leave. What's a better feeling? A home game-winning shot or a road game-winning shot?
Road game winning shot, definitely. It's way more fun to be the villain than the hero.
Road games. I love road games.
One of the most uncomfortable things is being an announcer during a road game when there's an upset and you're talking on the roadside. It's like everyone just stares at you. You don't even want to talk loud.
You got to watch your back a little bit right there. You might get blindsided.
And then after the game's over, you just get out there real quick. Like, I got to get out of here. So anyway, Jaden, listen, wish you the best. Super excited for basketball season. Super excited for football season. Just excited for Lintech sports in general. So wish you the best, and don't make yourself a stranger on the broadcast.
Okay, yep. Thank you for having me.
All right. That was Jaden Welsh joining us, and we gave Jaden a homework assignment a couple weeks ago to think of a nickname. I feel like he needs a better nickname, so we're gonna. That's his homework assignment going forward.
My homework assignment as well.
That's your homework assignment as well. So Austin will be in shotgun, hands it off, veers to the left, has running room again. Excellent blocking up front. That was number 5 with a good rush. That was Jacob Garcia. Picks up a good chunk of yardage right there. But just the blocking by the Tigers, that's been impressive. Fast third quarter so far, 6:30 left.
Captain Welch definitely made it a little bit faster.
So it's interesting. If they do score, I'm curious. They may do running clock in the fourth quarter, depending on if the coaches agree to that. So we'll see. So shotgun right here. Receiver top of your screen. Handoff. Again, runs to the left, cuts back inside, and is going to pick up a first down. Again, that's Garcia. Tough run right there.
Might I say that was a horrible flag throw by the ref. He threw that right in the middle of the play.
Is it a flag there? I didn't see the flag.
Yeah, he threw a flag right into the middle of the play.
That might be a holding then. Let's see what the call is. Looks like whenever it's a flag like that on a large run, it's 9 times out of 10 a holding.
Now, if you're the Boston English coach and Tech scores here, and they're given the choice to burn the clock, are you taking it or no?
Yes, I'm going to take it. I mean, sometimes, I think it's different in college and professionals, but
Yeah.
I think understanding that a team is a little more talented than you, and like in this case, maybe a lot more talented. You don't need a score that reflects that could possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe
just to beat down the players.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know that you're overmatched.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between 60-0 and 40-0?
Yeah.
At that point. So I would do it. And again, it's just a matter of it's high school, and it's about learning and getting better.
Yeah.
And not about showing up. So I would do that. That was me.
Yeah, I mean, thinking about it, at the same time, you want more time for them to prove, but at the same time, as a wild snap there.
Uh-oh. And it's going to be dangerous. You got to get rid of this here, Ethan. Ethan is being chased by the whole team, literally, and throws out of bounds, runs for his life right there.
May I say he was doing it well, though. I think he would have.
I mean, at one point,
Yeah.
And that's going to be
A flag on the play there.
intentional grounding. It's going to be a loss of a down and a 10-yard penalty. I don't know why it's intentional grounding, though, because he was outside the tackle box.
Yeah. Don't know what that means, but yeah.
Well, if you're outside the two tackles, you could throw the ball out.
All right,
wherever
I'm
you
understanding this more, yeah. So why was that called then?
I don't know. I thought that's why I'm confused.
Third and long from the 43.
We might need to get you in some pinstripes instead.
Yeah, I mean, he was clearly outside
Yeah.
the tackle box, outside the two tackles, and he could throw the ball away.
That's probably why he threw it like that, because he thought he was outside.
Right. I mean, he was running for dear life right there. I mean,
Yeah.
it was just-
Could have been a
I
lot
thought he
worse.
could have made that chance to cut the corner.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying. I thought he could have cut the corner right here, but for being
So they'll-
realistic here. Oh, sorry to cut you off.
But, well, I mean, I don't know why they're at the 50. It was an incomplete pass, though. Like, it was an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
They should be back where the play started.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Get the research team at the bottom of this right here. 4:20 left in the third quarter. And he just is gobbled up. Fumble recovery. And I think the Eagles recover it.
We have a fumble on the play, but it was recovered by Lynn Tech.
Recovered by Lynn Tech. And it's fourth, and are you serious? It's fourth, and forget about it.
As real.
It's fourth, and I think
Yeah.
it's time to punt. I think it's fourth and 40. So the first down mark is at the 10.
They're all the way back at the fifth.
At
Almost
the
the
40, at the 45. Yeah, like I said, it's fourth and forget it.
fifth. Yeah.
Timeout call. It's fourth and timeout. That's what it is.
Going for fourth here would be the equivalent of throwing up a prayer.
Yeah. So fourth and 26. So definitely a tough. Like I said before, again, they pick up that fumble and run it for a touchdown. That's a quick score. I mean, listen, you're down by now 5 touchdowns. Anything could happen in sports. That's my whole point. Anything could happen.
I mean, until that clock runs out, you really don't know what is going to happen.
So I know I got to give Coach Runner a hard time, 'cause I know he's a big Dallas Cowboys fan, and the Patriots facing the Cowboys this weekend. So when the Patriots win, I'll be shooting him a text message. And it will say, how about them Cowboys?
Confident.
Yeah,
Said one.
It's Coach
When
Runner-
they win.
Yeah, when they win. Coach Runner, Coach Runner, he's a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan. I don't know where all these Dallas Cowboy fans come from.
I mean, I think they just spawned in out of thin air.
Maybe because they have a cool uniform. I always thought the Cowboys have a cool uniform with the star.
I mean, I don't think it's the coolest uniform for them, though.
What's the coolest uniform to you?
Like, in the entire NFL?
Yeah.
I think, honestly, I think the Ravens, like, that purple
Yes.
is just cool.
That's a good one. Nice, strong punt. I tell you what, for what the offensive possession was, to have a punt like that, that's a victory.
Great kick there by Cesar Reyes.
I mean, the do-it-all man right there.
I think people are tired of hearing his name right now, and I'm here for it.
I tell you what, man. I mean, if you're tired of hearing, you got to stop him then.
You got to stop him.
So 2:54 left in the third. Neither team has scored here in the third quarter.
So far, Boston English had a wouldn't say lucky, but they definitely got a helping hand there with the bad snap there, and they're getting the ball here. Let's see if they could just put something up on the board and get at least a lesson out of this game.
So Vegas still at quarterback position, number 15.
Now, if you're Boston English, are you looking at subs yet, or?
Like I said, I would wait till this third quarter and see how this kind of plays out.
Yeah.
And good tackle right there. Tiger has picked up maybe a 2 yards if he's lucky. Again, great game so far by Coach Marcus. Great game plan by Coach Marcus Taylor.
Like you said, stop that inside run. And that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, that's what you said. And they've had some
some sprinkles of success.
Absolutely. So again, Tech's next game will be on the road Friday night. Essex, and that's a big rivalry of yours in basketball. I think it's a rivalry just with Lynn Tech.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're not very happy with us right now. We took that CAC champ from them, so I think they're definitely waiting for this Tech team.
One receiver at the bottom of your screen, little pitch out, and picks up maybe 2 yards right there. Pitched it back more yards than he actually went forward. It's going to be third and long. Shout out to trainer Joe doing a great job here walking the sidelines. I have so much respect for trainers after. I've always had respect for trainers. But after DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah.
And what the trainer did, and yes, the importance of trainers. He's starting for the first time since.
Scary injury.
Since the injury versus Cincinnati last year, so first time he's starting, wasn't activated the last couple of games, but that's gotta be a big emotional moment right there, being back on the field since being carried off the field.
I mean, I think every player could say it. I mean, they love their church trainer. Everyone loves Joe. I mean, there is no Lynn Tech program without Joe. So.
Right. And also runs the LVTI. Instagram account, always updating us on scores and stuff like that.
Updating us on the scores.
That's the end of the third quarter.
So that's the third quarter right there. Neither team has scored in the third quarter. Tigers still up comfortably here. So we'll see what Coach Brunner does in the fourth quarter in terms of reserves. But Tech right now is in good shape. I expect Tech to maybe put in some reserves here in the fourth quarter. Let's see if they do a running clock here.
I mean, I think we all know where it's going.
So I just want to give a shout out to the crew. I want to make sure I'm not missing anyone. Amy doing a great job in the crew. We have Mariana. We have Stephanie on the crew. Javon's on the crew. So I want to make sure I'm not missing anyone. Don Hussey doing a great job as our lead producer here. And Andy, I just want to say your first time doing football, you're doing an amazing job, man.
Thank you,
doing an absolutely amazing job. Super proud of you. Just dynamite broadcast. No, if I'm missing anyone, I apologize. Amy, Mariana, Javon, Stephanie, Zach. Can't forget about Zach's in the house. Me and Zach actually have a special relationship. So when we did baseball, the first game we did together was baseball. And at a fall ball, I'm talking about going right at me. I'm like, oh boy. And this is Zach's first game. And I took a spill right to the ground. And I still have the stain of my dad, the white Kobe Bryant jersey. I'm wearing a white Kobe Bryant jersey. I still have the dirt and the stain because I can't come off from a baseball game. And Zach was there. He didn't laugh. He was supportive. So, Zach's always high up on my chart. He saw me. I literally almost got taken out by foul ball.
Foul balls are scary.
Oh, they are. That's why I like, the press box.
Sitting comfortably in there.
Yeah, sitting comfortably, behind a window and a shield. I like this stuff. I've had a few close calls. I remember one time, a player dived on the sidelines, just trying to save a ball from going out of bounds in basketball. dove right towards me. So that was a little scary.
Now, what's your reaction?
And a punt
Oh,
that doesn't go long at all, but recovering and almost ended up being positive yardage and for a first down for English. And was it a first down?
I think it might have been.
So it was a muff punt. He picked it up, and I think it's a first down.
After the blocked punt, Boston English takes over. It'll be first and 10 from their own 31.
Yeah, that's a first down. They're resetting the.
Yeah, so that's a first
Yeah, it's a
down.
first
That's
down.
not how he drew it up, but they'll take it. Shout out for the Aiden's in the house. Andy, are we going to get any of your teammates joining us here in the fourth quarter?
Doesn't look like there's many left
yeah.
down there.
We got to get Brandon. I mean, you guys were a good team
Brandon-
during the basketball tournament, the elementary tournament the other day, a couple months ago.
I want to say Brandon is like my annoying little brother.
What's his nickname? Peanut, they call him?
Peanut, yep. It's funny. He hated that at first, but now he's just used to it.
Yeah. Brandon, he's a three-point assassin. You know, the sixth man off the bench.
And he's developing now. He's added a couple tools to his game now.
Definitely always cool under pressure. He was big in that game. Who did you guys face the last game? Not the last vocation championship, but the last game you guys got eliminated in. He was huge.
Tingsboro.
Tingsboro.
Yeah.
He was huge in that game. That's when you went off in that game.
Yeah, that was a very tough one to lose. Almost a 30-point game.
It was right down the middle and carries some Lynn Tech Tigers with him. Good shout again to the cheerleaders doing a great job. It's getting a little chilly out there still cheering and doing a fantastic job.
Now they're always showing appreciation to them, but what I like is that the football players also show their appreciation to them. That's what I love.
So just for the Lynn Tech faithful, we just want to give you a heads up. We got a couple of games. We have a couple of home games. Monday, there's a boys soccer game. Definitely come check them out for that. Tuesday, it's girls soccer game here at Manning. Both start at 6 o'clock. And then this Friday, there's a road football game, like we mentioned before. I'll double check the time. I believe it's 6:30. The time at Essex Tech, and Essex is not too far from here, right? It's about
It's like I want to say, without traffic, it's like a 25-minute drive. With some traffic, you can at the most make it like 40.
So we're going. I think that's our first time taking the show on the road. So we'll take the show on the road here. And we'll keep you guys updated. Subscribe to our YouTube page, LVTI TV Media.
And our Instagram as well.
And our Instagram, LVTI TV Media. So here at Manning Field, 36-0. I'm Nubrat Toad, joined with Andy Batista. Here in the fourth quarter, score 36-0.
An offensive avalanche right now, but Boston English still got some things left to learn. So see how they finish out this fourth quarter.
One thing I've noticed about the coaching staff, everyone wears shorts.
Yeah.
I think it's like the new thing. No matter how cold it is, they're always wearing shorts.
Matching as well. Same
Yes.
sweater, khaki shorts with some black sneakers.
And I love that. You know, I mean, that uniformity is so important. I think it makes a good statement.
Yeah.
Everyone's on the same page. Dion says, you look good, you play good. You play good, they pay good. Yeah, I think that's more
They're
true.
definitely
than
getting
that
paid good.
Yep. 6:50 left in the game. One receiver at the bottom of your screen. Again, 2 running backs, same type of formation. Little misdirection. Fake handoff. Quarterback goes inside.
Huge power right there. Would not want to be under that.
I think it's going to be a first down.
Just short of a first down there.
At this point, it's 4-down territory. I mean, I'm going
Yeah.
for it anytime.
Another run. Will be 4th and inches.
4th and inches. I mean, I would take a risk, Andy. 4th and inches. Everyone expects you to do a QB sneak. I'm doing play action. What do you got
Play
to lose?
action. Because even if you don't find anyone open, you could just take a step in.
Yeah, I mean, what play action, throw the football and see what you got. You know,
Yeah.
take advantage of that aggressive defense.
At this point, fourth quarter, 7 minutes left. You just got to throw up a couple per pairs right now.
And I don't think he's going to make it. It's a fumble. Recovered. And I think it was ripped back away by number 6 for recovered by Lynn Tech. I think that was Freddie Brack. I think recovered it.
They are still down on the ground right now.
Because I thought for a second Lynn Tech recovered it, then an Eagle player took it back.
Yeah, it's what it looked like happened.
And a player's down looks like for, is that a Tiger or an Eagle? I can't see from here. The referees are surrounding him. Looks like it is
That's
an Eagle.
Yeah, it's an Eagle.
So everyone takes a kneel. 4:50 left in the game. And I didn't see what happened on that play.
I didn't either. I saw a big huddle. They were still, even to when they noticed he was down, they were still arguing about who had the ball. So
here at Manning Field, 36-0. And he's going to walk off gingerly. But gets a nice little warm ovation from the crowd. So Tigers will go on and be 3-1 and head to a rivalry game, with Essex. Everyone's gonna be fired up for that one. If you're watching right now, come out, make a trip to that game. Look at the weather; it's gonna be nice out. It's gonna be about 70 degrees. It's gonna be beautiful weather, beautiful football weather. Definitely come out and check that out. Listen, it's a long weekend. Definitely support the Tigers for that long weekend.
and it's a Friday night football. That's just perfect night. Can't miss out.
70-degree day I'm looking at right now. It's gonna be a perfect day for football. No excuses not to come and support your Tigers. Little QB draw, and gets close to the first down. I think it's about 7 yards. Looks like, did they switch their quarterback?
Yeah, they got the reserves in now.
Number 8, Devon Green on the run.
It looks like it's a running clock right now. There's 4 minutes left.
Will be 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8. Big number 77 takes a seat for the Tigers.
And 56 as well.
Ayub Muhammad, senior.
My guy.
Handoff, and they weren't fooled. Recovered. And If he had a little more jets on that one, that would have been 6 points the other way. But English recovers the football. And we got a couple flags, some laundry on the field. Might be a personal foul here. Let's see what the call is.
I will say I see some Boston English players dancing around here. I mean, with the score, I mean, you can't be doing that right now.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
there's a time and a place. Timing's everything, you know.
I don't think it looks as cool as he thinks it does.
Oh man, we're just kids, though, right?
Yeah,
Listen,
I mean,
listen.
yeah.
You made a good play. Everyone's happy.
He's happy. Everyone's
Yeah.
happy.
So let's see what the call is here. Yeah, yep, personal foul as I thought. Personal foul. Looks like that's going to go on the Tigers, and that's what makes a coach go crazy.
Yeah, I think they might be running a few extra laps around the field for that one.
Unforced errors, you know, those are mental mistakes.
You have to keep your composure no matter how big the score, no matter how much time is left. You got to keep your composure and keep playing.
Actually, hold on. This might be on the Eagles because they're walking backwards. So he'll be dancing backwards.
Looks like he'll be moonwalking back.
And they haven't really. I mean, I saw personal foul, but they didn't say who it was on though. Nonetheless, coming up on a minute left. Andy, we're coming up on a minute left. We gotta start thinking who's going to be the player of the game.
I'm giving the ball to Cesar Reyes today. I mean, he did a little bit of everything. You know, it was tough to pick between him and Ethan Austin, but I think Cesar Reyes really, he made an impact on both sides of the floor today.
And another fumble. And English recovers. I agree. I think Caesar, but I would also say Ethan. So my game ball, I'm going to give 2 game balls. No, I'm going to give
I think
one.
they're going to share it.
Yeah,
tonight.
I'm going to give one game. I'm going to cut the game ball in half. I'll cut the game ball in half. One keeps one half. That's what we'll do. We'll cut the game ball in half. So to Caesar, to Caesar and Ethan, they get the game ball. They only get half of the ball. So that's going to do it right there. I mean, we're coming up on 20 seconds left. Let's see if they can get off one play left before the end of regulation. 36-0. Tigers will move on and go to 3-1. They'll try to do one more play here. A little misdirection, and that was caught, sniffed out, and eaten up alive.
0.12 seconds left. I smell a comeback coming here.
So that's the score right there. Tech Tigers win in dominating fashion. They didn't score in the second half, but from the first play all the way through now, there was a defensive domination, and Tigers were there offensively in the first half. They kind of took it easy on the gas in the second half, but nonetheless, from start to finish, Tech Tigers, complete domination. Your thoughts?
I mean, I think Lintech came into this game cruising a smooth 150 miles into the first half, and then as they gradually went in, they started, taking their foot off the pedal, and the second they got into that second half, they just put the car into neutral, and there's just no fight today. Boston English didn't have a chip on their shoulder. They didn't come how an 0-3 team is supposed to come into this game. They weren't fighting as if they didn't have anything left, because I mean it's the true truth of it. They have nothing left to lose. You're already 0-3, so I feel like a lot of things could have been done differently, but nonetheless a great game by Lintech.
Listen, Boston English, they're young. We look forward. They're going to have a bright future. Like I said, sometimes you win, sometimes you learn, and they're in that learning process right now. So we want to wish everyone in Boston English, coaches, staff, and players, good luck throughout the rest of the season. And and we'll see them. We'll see them soon next couple of seasons, and hopefully that youth will come back to stronger talent, and it will, So that's your score right there, 36-0 for everyone here at Manning Field. He's Andy Batista. I'm Nubi Rateau. We'll see you. Godspeed, and may the force be with you, whatever that means.